Yesterday we were joined by comedian, actor, broadcaster, huge cricket lover Stephen Fry, who told us that fans of the sport will remember this period as the time that we lived in the age of Joe Root.
You can't deny the statistics. I mean, people will talk about the flair of Wally Hammond, or people wear and of course boycotts, yes, stonewalling stubbornness, and there are people we're far too young to remember. Even we are, but to have lived in the age of Root, that's the thing a cricket lover will always be able to tell their grandchildren, and say, I saw him play, and you should have heard the crowd going woo like that.
A very clever guy, wasn't he? Stephen, I enjoyed talking to him.
Oh, yes, I really enjoyed it. Learned a lot.
Very clever guy. And you were getting into the Greek stuff, weren't you?
Mythology. I could actually sit there with him and listen to him talk about it. Achilles.
Well, let's find out now. Another impressive man. It was an impressive innings. Joe Root is not finished yet. Has been for England throughout his career, with legend England cricketer and friend of the show, David Bumble Lloyd. David, good morning.
Good morning, David.
Yeah, good morning, boys. What a good route that was. Absolutely magnificent from Joe. Fabulous. He's still in there. They'll never get him out.
David,
I've seen that pitch. I've seen that pitch, Alan. I'm going to get my pads out. I'm going to have a go myself.
I just said earlier, I think I'd get 60 on there, even now.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not. By the way, Brooke has been brilliant as well, hasn't he? He don't hang about, does he?
Well, if you think about Harry Brook, he's from Yorkshire as well. So Yorkshire is absolutely rejoicing that these two are at the crease. Now, he's much younger than Joe Root. Now, if you ask Joe Root about Harry Brook, which we did not long ago, about 12 months ago, Joe Root said batting with Harry Brook is like batting with Kevin Peterson. Now, there's no greater praise than that. Peterson was a fabulous player. But these 12,000 plus from Joe Root, he's actually crept up on us. Yeah. We haven't really noticed him, and that's the way that he plays, particularly in this, what do they call it, the Bazball era.
Yeah.
Joe Root just plays his way, and he's very effective. He's world class.
I don't want to put pressure on, and I won't, but can he get to Tendulkar's record?
Oh, absolutely. He's got, you just mentioned earlier, that he's young enough and he's ambitious enough and his lifestyle is great, that he's got 3 or 4, probably 4 years. And if he carries on at this tempo of scoring hundreds, of course he'll get there.
David, will he go down as England's best ever batsman?
He will. Stephen Fry, he went back through the annals, really. He went through Wally Hammond, and then you come to Peter May, Colin Cowdrey, and in the modern day players, Graham Gooch was a fabulous player, Geoffrey Boycott, Kevin Peterson, as I've mentioned, but the stats will be there. If he gets to Sachin Tendulkar, he'll be one of the best batsmen of all time. So we talk about Bradman, you talk about Tendulkar, you talk about Kohli, Brian Lara, Root is right in there.
Wow. You mentioned there a name, Colin Cowdrey. I know I knew Graham, and then Chris I speak to quite regular, and he said Dad used to just come out there and, his soft cap on, and these West Indian fast bowlers would be whistling around his ear. Never bothered him a pea. Just got on with it.
Well, I played with Colin Cowdrey out in Australia against Thompson and Lilly, and he came out as a 41-year-old replacement player.
Really?
And we've been under the cosh with the ball flying round your head every hour. And I went out to bat with him, and a couple of bouncers went flying past him. He came down the pitch to me, Colin Cowdrey.
Yeah.
He said, "This is rather fun, isn't it?" I said to him, I said, "Colin, I've been in funnier situations than this, let me tell you." He was a grand fella.
David, am I right? Kent, the ground down there, I know there's probably a few, but did they lost the famous tree or something a few years ago, did they?
Well, years ago, in the storms, there was a storm, I can't remember the year, and it went down then. But of course, coming on to Sky TV and working with the great Bob Willis, and Charles Colville asked him, as we went down that following season and there's no tree, and Charlie Colville says to Bob Willis, He says it's a shame that the tree has gone, Bob, in the storm. To which Bob said, it should have been knocked down years ago.
Oh, did he?
Why did they have a tree in the middle of a cricket pitch?
Oh, dear.
And he got booed all the way out of Canterbury.
Just a quick one, David. I don't know if you have any opinion on this. Line judges at Wimbledon are going to be replaced by AI. Can you believe that? For me, listen, I understand AI a little bit, but line judges, umpires, for me, are a part of Wimbledon.
Tradition. You're getting rid of tradition. Now, you've just said there, AB, that you know a bit about AI. I'll come down and I'll put half a day in with you. I haven't a clue. I can do ring back. Do you remember ring back on the telephone? Ring back 1471, and you can find out who's rung you. AI, I have no idea.
Oh dear, David. Enjoy that at lunch. It's been a couple of great innings. Route 259, Brook 218. Amazing, David. Great to talk again. David. Thank you. Great character there. That's true about the tree down at Kent. And does that ring a bell? Colin Cowdrey, you, Gab?
No.
Yeah, we lost Graham. Lovely guy as well. But Chris, I see Chris regularly.
You see him a lot.
Yeah. He talks really in fondness, not only of his brother, but when he starts talking about his dad and what Graham, what he'd say, which David just mentioned there about, isn't this fun? That'd be his old man. Very posh as well.
Was he? Yeah. Lovely,
very
mate.
Posh. Okay, coming up 8:45.
On AM, on DAB, via the TalkSport app and on your smart speaker. TalkSport.